Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to show you a crazy easy, super cool team for just whizzing through this faction assault in the Deep Hive. It really is going to make it unbelievably straightforward and easy. But first of all, you want to make sure you grab a potion of enchantment from the shop, but only if your faction here isn't already to level 100. You can check this by going to the underworld, going to the Deep Hive and looking at your horde level. If your horde level is on level 100, you will already be given a potion of enchantment because they are stored now. If you've got it on like 98 or 99, something like that, then make sure you just pop in that extra bit of treasure to get it to level 100. It really is worth it. So presuming you've done that and we're good to go, or if you've not got that to 100 or cannot get it to 100, then it is definitely beneficial to purchase said potion from the shop for a mere 30 gems. Like that, and you get other stuff at the same time as well. Now, I'm going to be buying these tiers anyway because there is a weapon on tier 4. It is the Honey Dipper. Deals damage to an enemy and charms them. Charm is a really good attack. It does a lot of damage if the enemy actually deals a lot of damage itself, as it deals its attack as damage to the troops above and below it. And there's also independent 30% chances to gain an extra turn and half my mana back. Now, even though this is the faction's weapon, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good with the team we're going to use today, because it's not. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've done the first battle because that locks the team in then and doesn't just lose it when you go back to show something like this. This is like a honeycomb shaped thing, like a beehive as you would expect, and the quickest way is to jump straight across, straight to the end, 4 fights. If you want, you can, when you get to this point, go around all the edges, picking off the other rooms to increase the room treasure multiplier. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to be whizzing straight across the middle in a straight line. Super easy. Right, so a team for this. We're going to have Ebon's Hammer, Queen Beatrix, Venoxia, Queen Beatrix. If you don't have 2 Queen Beatrix, pop in an extra Venoxia. And if you don't have 2 of either, then just put in anybody that does some true damage and stick them at the bottom, because Venoxia and Queen Bee are going to do this on their own anyway, trust me. It's going to be super easy. Right, so what we got is Ebon's Hammer. This explodes a load of blue gems, which is going to charge up Queen Beatrix. The fact it does a status effect all knights don't actually worry about, the same as the summon. I doubt if we're going to need it. But we are in Geomancer class for this. All the traits are super useful on this. All construct allies start with 50%, which means that's only us, but that's all we need. Inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage. Hammer mastery, gain 2 magic if using a hammer, and we are. Anti-magic sphere, reduce damage from spells by 20%. Tactician, gain 3 magic at the start of battle, is particularly good if you're a newer player. Rock solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems, which we'll be doing a lot when we cast our spells. Gain bonus brown from brown, and immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour means every single one of those traits is absolutely useful, which is a good thing. Right, so when we do that, we'll be charging up Queen Beatrix because she uses blue, and the other team as well because the way the spell works. When we cast Queen Beatrix, we'll be generating a load of green and brown, which will charge her up again. It will charge Venoxia up, the other Queen Bee, as well as give a load of brown to our weapon as well as have an extra chance to get half her mana back and an extra turn. So that is really good. And of course that awesome Royal Honey Cleanse, which is fantastic and still one of the best traits in the game. Queen Bee works superbly with Venoxia because Venoxia creates 9 green and 9 blue. So what this does, it charges up Queen Bee again with that extra blue and the extra green, and deals a load of true damage to all enemies. So these two are one of those matches made in heaven. But the fact that Queen Bee charges up the hammer as well makes it crazy easy. Right, I can't show the banner until we've actually started because I'm locked in, because you cannot change the team in a faction delve once you've actually started it. It's kind of locked there. If I can show it here. I've gone for the +2 blue, +1 green, -1 yellow banner, but the reason why I get an extra brown is from my champion talents. Right, so all we're going to be doing, well, we're going to be enchanted at the moment anyway, so we're going to get the hammer charged next round. Cast that. Queen Bee's charged. Venoxia's charged. The other Queen Bee's charged. Everybody's dead, Dave. Really easy. It's going to be as simple as this. And they're going to repeat. I'm not going to make this a mega long video because it is literally going to be a walk in the park. Deep Hive, as I said at the start, is one of the absolute easiest ones to do in the game. Nice to have a nice easy one now and again. Cast Queen Bee or Venoxia. Both of those, their power will be based on your magic level. If you're a higher level player, you'll be getting a lot of magic. If you're newer to the game, your damage output won't be as high, but the fact that they combine so well together means you'll still make mincemeat of this faction assault. Hammer's ready, there's some blue there, we'll cast that. Charge one or the other. Let's give Venoxia a bit of action rather than her sitting there watching the bees do all the work. The busy bees can have a rest. Continue. Right, I'll pause it for a second and come back in a second and just show how this does on later levels. Right, I've come back on level 100 and it's still an absolute walk in the park as I thought it would be. Absolute cinch. Super easy. No one's been anywhere near remotely near dead yet. I haven't even noticed because it's just been so easy. Queen Beatrix and Venoxia just work so well together. It's ludicrous. Don't even need to get them. Super crazy easy. We keep on getting a barrier every single time we get a brown, of course. Geomancer class. Protects the hero. Queen Beatrix and Venoxia are one of those matches made in heaven. That was a lot of green. Well done to them. Don't care about even being entangled in a team like this because you're not actually worried about that sort of thing. We're doing true damage. And we get cleansed anyway when Queen Bee gets a 4 match. Super easy. Not too worried about giving them extra turns here and there. I'm not, even not paying attention to what I get. As long as I get charged, there's not a lot they can do about what this team does. It's more of a case of you concentrate on what you do and you will absolutely outpower the opponent with this team without any shadow of a doubt. Obviously, if you're a newer player, you will have to be more careful. Just have a look, make sure you're not giving the enemy any 4 matches. You're more susceptible to damage because your stats will not be as high. So yeah, we'll grab some brown and red for the team at the start. If there's plenty of blue there, we'll grab that first, but we can then cast B anyway. If that didn't happen, we could have cast the hammer. B does repeat many times. Quite often. Venoxia charges up B and so on and so on. It's very nice and easy. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the video or found it useful and all that jazz. Loads more videos to come in the future and loads more done in the past on all sorts of different subjects. You'll be surprised what you find when you scroll through some of the previous videos. Or type something into the search bar if you're after something in particular. Mythic team, a certain team for a certain job, hints and tips on certain subject, Guild Wars battles and tips, tutorials on different things, all sorts going on. Not much blue there, but we'll still get what we want. Yeah, let's get the old Venoxia Beatrix combo going. And nice easy win. Right, I'm going to make this the last one because it really is as straightforward as this. Just finish these last few battles. Well, that's not the most useful set of colours ever. Both Queen Bees and Venoxia's charged. Their doom is sealed. Last two fights. This is a really good team for newer players because it's just so powerful. Queen Bee will often self-charge, often get an extra turn. Venoxia will charge up Bee. And true damage makes things nice and quick, and the security of the weapon in Geomancer class is really good with that barrier and stuff. With this weapon there's no mana blocking going on our other main troops. Mana blocking is where basically if I had a green weapon, any green I collect would go onto the weapon first before it started to feed a Queen Beatrix. So it's good to avoid mana blocking if you can. How much blue is there? Hardly anything, so we'll get that instead. Don't even need to take that brown format that was there then. Just crack on and kill the enemy. Oh, and that was it. That was nice and quick. Right, so there's the video. If you enjoyed it or found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you hit that like and subscribe button. Collect your rewards. See what stuff you get. Orb of Chaos. Give me my Orb of Growth. Orb of Wisdom. Basically a 50-50 chance. That's all I seem to get these days. Chuck them in the room, all them other orbs which you hopefully can use one day. Maybe if they do something with the soulforge, help us use some of these excess resources. Anyway, there's the video. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.